And here we are again with Gunner, the 5-month-old shepherd from our breeding program that is here for training, introducing or conditioning the clicker. After, if you saw the previous video, we made sure that he considers that very room as to be fed and showing engagement and feeling that the room is the restaurant and I am the candy machine. So we start clicking and feeding for different behaviors, maybe a little luring to the heel position. He has learned to eat from our hand without pulling it out and spilling it all over the place. And he eats very well from our hand, palm down or palm up. The two different variations I explained earlier are important because if we shape a behavior or we want to reinforce a behavior where the dog's head needs to be upwards, we want to feed with our palm down. It's a definite skill requirement if we want the dog to have behaviors or do behaviors that require his head to be down. We want to feed with our palm up. I still feed him below chin level to not encourage him to jump and to understand that the overdraw to a downward orientation is better than the draw upward and jumping. Here we are clicking still for all different behaviors, either lured or offered by him. Here I lured him into a spin real quick, and now I'm trying to do the opposite direction for a spin, which we discover that all dogs have one spin easy and the other one not so much, the other direction. But we try to balance it out and teach him rear end awareness by spinning, because we don't just want to manipulate his head and the front part of the dog. Here teaching him to go into a flip finish. Any orientation to the left might be clicked for, because heeling is on the left hand side. If you realize, good point that I mentioned it, I feed with my left hand. The reason for it is I'm right-handed and it was hard for me, but that heeling is on the left hand side. And the dog will orient himself into the direction or to the side where reward is coming from. So I very rarely feed with my right hand side, so I have a good orientation and a tense orientation to my left. Here was another spin, and I think he's gotten a pretty good idea about the click announcing that the food is coming. So in the next video, I'll show you an exceptional way of using what we call a bridge to create a down behavior.